let's see. Looks like the beginning of the month opens up in a nice place for you, Sag, where it's King of Coins and then Temperance. So there's a certain amount of contentment that's going on, calmness, serenity, doing things in the middle way, connecting with your own authority, and making good decisions. Both King of Coins and Temperance are good decision makers. Temperance, because Temperance weighs both sides of something before taking action. I'm going to turn the light on a little bit more here. That might be better to help see the cards. Temperance weighs both sides of things and compromises, takes the middle path, the middle road. You can see here that one foot is in the water, that's the emotional side, and then one foot is on the ground, and that's being grounded. So it's a balance between being emotional and being grounded, but both are being acknowledged, both sides of the self. And then King of Coins is a card where he's usually considered the entrepreneur or the head of the business manager, someone who's in charge of the money generally. I'm going to scoot these up a little bit. Looks like the light situation is a little tricky right now at this time of day, but I'll hold them up so that you can see them. So King of Coins is usually an entrepreneur, head of the business, the guy who's in charge of the money. And sometimes this can show up as an earth sign. So this could be Capricorn or Virgo or Taurus, in which case he's upright, so he's there to help you. So if you don't identify with King of Coins yourself, Sag, this could be a earth sign who is showing up to help you make good decisions. Sometimes I even call this card like a financial advisor. But King of Coins is a good entrepreneur. If you have been thinking about working for yourself and launching out to become an entrepreneur, being a head of your own business, this says that you're going to find a lot of contentment with that. You're going to make a lot of wise decisions. So beginning of July might be a good time to do that, Sag, if you've been thinking about it. If not, then maybe get some advice from an earth sign person or someone who is in that sort of financial advisor role, because they're in charge of the money. They know how to make good business decisions. And it's also saying do things in an even-keeled, temperate way. Don't launch off too much. Some entrepreneurs like to leverage things to the very last penny. This is saying be moderate. Choose the middle path. Choose compromise. Choose fairness. That's going to bring you a lot of contentment, calmness, and serenity in your dealings, Sag. These cards kind of speak to Nine of Wands and Eight of Swords, kind of speak to not feeling like you're connecting with your own power. This card, however, though, is the Survivor card. This is Nine of Wands. In Nine of Wands, I call my Cool Hand Luke card because it keeps, this guy keeps getting knocked down and gets back up. That's part of the Survivor archetype. But he's a card who, he's always looking over his shoulder wondering when the next battle is going to happen. And he's kind of war-torn from being through so many battles. But he's a great card for like endurance, for, not giving up. Even though he keeps getting knocked down, he keeps getting back up. So the sense I'm getting is that this is not your first rodeo with whatever you're attempting. If you have been in business before, this may say that you're a little worried that you might not survive, that you might not want to get back into it. You may feel a little war-torn, a little battle-scarred. But you are a survivor. There is that energy showing up. It's just showing up in the wounded survivor because it's in reverse. It's saying, am I going to survive? It's showing up on the fearful or the doubtful side of this card, which is questioning whether or not you will survive it or not. And then this card is not believing in your own power. This is a victim mentality card or powerlessness card. This is Eight of Swords, which is giving into false beliefs. You can see the woman here is blindfolded, and it's really because her thoughts and her beliefs are holding her back. Swords represent the mental element. So if you can realize that there's no one there holding you back, there's no one there that's holding you captive, that you could walk away at any time, you could cut these binds on one of these swords and take that blindfold off and walk away, you actually reconnect with your own power. There's no one who can hold you here. But this is like giving up because you're believing these swords are encircling you. It's your own thoughts. It's really a card about getting out of your own head and your own self-limiting thoughts. This is a water sign generally. So this is usually Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And this is someone who is normally very kind, intuitive, compassionate, heart-centered person. But because they're in the reverse position, they may not be the best benefit to you right now, Sag. This is someone who's either, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces who is causing you some worry. Because this is Nine of Swords. And I'm actually getting the sense that they're more worried even than you. There's some tension, some anxiety. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords card are in some ways very similar. This one stops all action because she's believing in her own victimhood. In this case, Nine of Swords is making mountains out of molehills. It's overthinking things, over-worrying things. So if you're dealing with a water sign person who's overthinking things, that could very well be the case in the middle of the month. It's just, there's a lot, I'm sensing that there's a lot of tension and anxiety between this water sign person and you, Sag. And I get the sense that the tension and the anxiety is for both of you, because this is showing up with not feeling like you can be a survivor, and this is showing up with like, God, I just feel constricted and bound. But once you're able to release with that, you can realize that you do have magician energy available to you. Magician can create whatever he wants. He's card 1. He's in the major arcana, and he is a very powerful creator, and he does so by focus of will of the mind. So if you get clear about what you want and concentrate on that, you can use all the elements before you and pull down from the heavens what you want to create on this earth. So Magician is one of the most powerful cards, and it's a card of taking the conscious mind, consciousness itself, and focusing it in one direction, one primary goal, one element, one goal. So see if you can connect with that by breaking through any of this tension. Focus on what it is that you want. What do I want my result to be? What do I want to create is what Magician says. And he says, I can do this. I am powerful. I am creative. I am willing this into being. And then you actually have world open up to you. And this is one of the most powerful cards as well. These two cards together say there's nothing that you can't do. Magician stands alone and he creates what he wants. And the world means that the universe is supporting you. The fact that it's in the reverse position, Sag, just says you're doubting that the world is supporting you, that the universe wants to provide you with everything that you need. This is that victory wreath of laurels. And you can see, this is supported by all 4 of the axes of the zodiac. It's got the man, which represents the mental element, or Aquarius. It's got Leo, which represents the fire element. It's the lion, the heart and the courage of the lion. We've got the bull, which is steadfast. That's the earth element. And then the eagle represents Scorpio, which is, the depths of emotion. So it's sort of like when everything lines up and you feel free and you kind of float in the universe supported by it. These are very powerful cards, but I am seeing that you have some doubt of your own place in the universe, of your own worth or value, that you're being supported by the universe. And that's kind of echoed with Star in reverse, because Star represents your own natural value, your own place in the universe. It represents hope. It represents just accepting yourself just as you are, self-acceptance and hope, knowing your own value within your place in the world. So with these two cards in reverse, it's saying that this whole line is saying you kind of maybe subscribing to victim mentality or feeling powerless. But these two cards are saying, no, the universe is here for you. You have your place in the world. You just need to believe in it. These two are saying you might have some doubt or fears as to whether the world is supporting you. This is world and this is star. Those things are permanent. They're like the immovable sphere in the plane that's just like, you know, the stars are always there forever. The universe is what holds everything else. So you just need to trust in that, Sag, and connect with that. You don't have to do everything on your own. Magician, you know, creates things through his own power, but through connecting with the rest of the universe and your own worth and value and self-acceptance, you have a natural radiance, and which generates hope available to you. And then the other things that are going on is, Sag, this card is very much you, King of Wands. This is a fire sign. So this is like king. I'm getting the sense with these two, king of your own castle. This is someone who has authority, and this is the home. So this is surprise, this is delight, this is the home. And you can see, like, he belongs there. He's got the wands that set this up. I'm getting the sense king of your own castle or queen of your own castle. But you're an authority in your own domain. You will probably remain in the house that you're in, or this is like the home is where the heart is. I'm king of my castle. You have authority there. So Sag, I'm getting the sense that staying at home could still be a good thing, or wherever it is that you reside. You belong there. That's your domain. So that's towards the end of the month. But there may be a way in which there's a freshness that comes about, because both Fool and Star have to do with hope. Both of these cards. This is a card, Fool is a card of faith, of trust, of beginning a new journey, becoming new again. And in some ways, Star is about becoming new again too. It's actually about self-acceptance, of accepting yourself just as you are. And Fool really means like a blank slate. And like everything is potential energy when things are zero. Nothing is formed yet. So it's really like a new, fresh adventure. It's new trust. It's like that feeling when you're about to head off on a road trip, like anything can happen, anything's possible, all things are fun. He's very carefree, and he's able to like laugh at the world, laugh at it, even at his own problems. So in some ways he's got a lot of Sag energy, because you guys are like that too. So realize towards the end of the month, you know, with whatever challenges are going on here, especially with this water sign, you know, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, that you should reside in your own home, or wherever you are is where your home is at. And Fool can be a vagabond. He can go anywhere and still feel at home. And he's got this sense of adventure. He's got the sense of divine faith and trust. And Star, don't doubt your own place in the universe. Don't doubt your own value or self-acceptance. Just stripped bare of who you are. You have value without any of the trappings of clothes or status or ego or reputation or any of that. Star says, no, you're valuable just as you are, stripped down to nothing. You have your place in the universe. So try to connect with that, Sag, and realize that the universe does want to help and support you. Don't have doubts or fears about that. Don't buy into any victim mentality or, you know, believing in powerlessness, because it's just not true.